Hey, 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 hey. This is my cup right here. Can never go wrong with some Tupac, huh?
Never can.
Never, never, never. Never, never.
My ambitions override them.
You know the words?
I don't know the words.
You gotta know the words? What? I would start freestyling, but you know I didn't write nothing before I left the house today, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
That's not freestyling. That's not freestyling.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Yami, she funny.
And your boy, comedian Julius Fogo.
And you are tuning into
Soul
Therapy, where we talking love,
life,
and laughter. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And like we always do, we're going to get started with those Sunday announcements. You know, those church announcements. You got any shows coming up this week or in the future you want to share with our listeners?
Yes, I do, by the way. I have a show coming up on May 7th in Fresno, Texas.
Fresno?
At Bar 7. It's at, what's the address? 207 Highway 6.
Okay.
So it's
and
going
it's
to be
Bar 7?
Bar 7, yeah. That's,
okay.
It's not even, it's right down the street from my house. I could walk. If I had some drinks and
so
got drunk,
convenient.
I could just walk home.
You can't get no more convenient than that. That's what I'm talking about.
So, looking forward to that. Ray Etc. is doing that show, so it's going to be a good show.
Oh, you know who all going to be on it?
Man, I can't remember right now.
Right,
Who's
right,
that? C-Banks at the
Is
door?
that our special guest knocking on the door? Like, come on, man. You're tardy for the party. That's black folks.
C-Banks in the house. What's going on, my brother?
Special guest just easing in here. Easing and breezing on in. We'll let you slide this time.
Well, you can sit probably.
You're going to be at mic 5, right, please.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
Thank you. Hey, how's it going? Go ahead, have a seat here, sir.
I don't know. It's all good.
He's tardy for the party. You just got to jump right in there.
Yeah, might as well just go and get.
But we're doing announcements right now, so you caught us just in time. Our special guest just walked in the door, y'all.
Well, let's give him an introduction while he's here then. This is C. Banks, Charles C. Money Banks Williams. How long you been doing comedy, man?
Let's say almost 5 years now.
5 years, okay. Well, we want you to tell the people about yourself, how long you been, what got you into the game, some of your aspirations, what is your goal, what do you what is that you want out of it, what's the dream?
Sound like you want a bio,
just kind of let people fill you out, man.
Okay.
What makes C Banks tick?
Okay, what makes C-Banks tick is
We don't want to know what make you tick.
Well, just give us C Banks. Just
Give us C Money Banks.
Man.
Dang.
Give us the intro. That's all I'm saying.
Well, let me just say this right quick, man. First, you thank Father.
See?
Damn, I'm that ugly?
No.
I'm sorry, man. It's the glasses, man. Y'all was hooping with some Africans. That's why I like hooping with Hispanics, man. Because Africans, boy, they my boys, man. But they very destructive on the basketball court, man. Broke my glasses in half, man.
Wow. Can you see right now?
You gotta get you some goggles, man.
Yeah.
Gotta pull them Kareems out.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, let me.
All right. C Money Banks. Who is C Money Banks?
Well, I used to be a rapper back in the days, man. You know, I used to go by C Money Banks or C Banks. Wicked Cricket. Shout out to Wicked Cricket, R.I.P. Man. He the one kind of gave me the C Banks and stuff. He used to be C Money Banks and stuff, man. But you know.
Wicked Cricket?
Yeah, you don't remember Wicked Cricket?
Is that sound like a triple OG gang member? Like
yeah, he was a triple OG back then. He passed now. Unfortunately, he died of colon cancer, man. But he's one of the pioneers. Used to be on Kids Jam back in the days on KTSU.
Oh, okay. I know nothing about it. You know, I ain't no Houstonian, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. You from?
I'm a visitor.
Where you from?
You know, I'm a migrator.
She's from
Colorado.
Colorado.
So I'm the only person in here from Texas?
I'm a refugee.
No, I grew up in New York and Texas. So I claim Texas. You know, that's where I went to high school and left for the military from, and I'm back home now. So
now I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back. So I claim it, but I mean, you got to realize I came from New York. So when I first moved to Houston, I wasn't really feeling. You know, this is around 1980, 81. So rap wasn't really even on the map here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you
Where it
talking
was
about like 83?
Grandmaster Flash. You know, I'm talking 80,
said
81.
81?
Curtis
Yeah,
Blow. So
man.
then I get here, it's not really going on. Then I moved back to New York in like 84. So I'm still a New York guy as far as liking music and stuff. It wasn't until like the late 80s when the Ghetto Boys popped up. That was like probably the first group of rappers out of Houston I really started listening to.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, I joined the Army, so I was gone for 24 years. So.
And you missed that rap like a
I
mother.
missed a whole bunch of stuff that was gone. I'm coming back. I come back on vacation for a week or two, funerals, but that's about it. So.
So I take it you was an independent rapper. C Money.
Yeah, I had no choice but to be independent, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wouldn't sign me, and stuff, man. But I'm known throughout Houston and everything, man. Rapping was just like pretty much doing comedy and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because all the rappers a lot of times used to hang at the open mics, like at Club Rhythms back in the days, man. Used to have Kiati. That's back when he had the hooker song and stuff, man. What's up, Kiati? You ain't talked to me since you cut off your hair, man.
Oh, no, Kiati don't do him like that,
He
man.
got nature's cut just like me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like you just shaved that
Nature's
motherfucker.
cut.
He must have shaved that before he
Woo.
got in here today.
Nah, I shaved it yesterday,
You say,
man.
damn. Okay, well I can't do that, man. I have that new growth looking bad. Man.
Say your new
It
growth.
looks bad. Because you can see where it don't grow. You know what I'm saying?
I remember I was going through that same transition when I was going bald and everything, man. I
Yeah.
tried to grow my braids. I tried to grow my hair out
Uh-huh.
and stuff, man. And
Oh, it was a struggle, man.
they had some stuff. It was called Naloxone. I used to buy it from the not the beauty store. They call beauty stores and stuff.
Yeah.
Naloxone, and you would put it on. It would grow some little baby hair.
I
Yeah,
never
so
heard
where
of
my
this
hair
shit.
was going, I had this little baby hair, so I had to go to a right barber, because he couldn't cut around that baby hair, so it looked like I had a serious line and stuff. But I was faking the whole time, man.
Man, I just cut my own hair, man. And I remember like the struggle when you see that hairline start going back. I mean, like sometimes I would put that edge up on there so hard where you could see that line where it looked like it might be some hair there. You know what I'm saying?
He said it might be. You look real hard.
That damn line. But the
So
next,
this high
what
tech.
happens though, that little scar be there about 2 days later,
Mhm.
and then you see that line over there, ain't no hair on that bug, man. But after a while, I just said, man, hell with this shit. I'm just about to shave this shit off.
Yeah, man.
That's
All
what
right,
happens.
I'm glad you guys are bonding on a,
Yeah, we had a little moment, man. We
Yeah,
the
a
bald
little
head
male
spokesman.
moment.
I'm there too. I just had to shave mine earlier today, but
Yeah, we starting a
So,
coalition. It's
coalition.
called the No Hair Club for Men. We trying to get a sponsor, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean.
Yes,
You know
we
the
trying to
clean-
get it where we
the
go to
cleaning product.
barbershops. We can cut in front of everybody. They be like, you ain't got to tell me what you need. I already know. Just sit your black ass down, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but we need more money. So that's the main thing. We need more
So
money.
won't y'all start a GoFundMe?
Nah, they don't
So
give a
everybody
damn
else is
about
doing
bald headed people. You know they don't give a damn about bald headed people.
Yes,
Look-
they do. Y'all
Look at
married
Jada.
too.
They don't give a damn about her now, man.
You got it.
They trying to bring bald head. All the women's cutting off their hair.
Yeah, I see it.
This is something else, ain't it?
You got any shows coming up, man?
I just did a show last week on
Okay.
Rich Williams and stuff. Man.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Rich Williams, man, for the invite. Appreciate it, man.
How was it, man?
Oh, it was pretty good and shit, man.
Who else was on the show?
What's his name? John.
Oh, John.
Yeah,
Okay.
John. Jeremy Lawrence. Doug Dalton.
Okay.
Oh, y'all had a good time.
And who else was there? I'm sorry, there was another person, man. I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot who else.
Okay.
Who else was there, man? Please excuse me for forgetting your name, man. But I'm getting old as fizz up.
Oh
I got-
my goodness.
I got another
So-
announcement. Go ahead. You can go ahead.
Oh, okay. But as we was getting to see Money Banks' bio, besides you being a rapper, what made you transition from rapping to doing comedy?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, actually, I got demoted on my job.
Damn.
Yeah, I got demoted on my job, and I
Yeah.
was real pissed off, and that's when I started doing them Facebook Live stuff, man. So really, Facebook Live, when it first started, I was how you do this thing, man? That's how you do it.
Just count down, yeah.
Oh, it's going
Turn,
the
you
wrong
gotta
way.
turn it. You gotta turn it around, face you. There you go.
Facebook Word, how y'all doing today?
There, I got one of these too. Going on, set up right.
Or you do it like from the side? Like this.
Like this.
You can do it like just like that.
You wanna sit it up, or you wanna do it from the side? How you wanna do it?
No, that's cool as long as it stand up, man.
It stand up, but it's just there you go.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah, That's better, man. Woo, woo, woo. No, but I got demoted at my job where I was at, man. So I was outside of work one day, man, pissed off, and I was kind of bitter. I ain't gonna even lie, I was very bitter.
Right.
And I say, everybody on this Facebook Live, I'm gonna try this Facebook Live, and if it go good, I may start doing comedy. Cause I had the motivation at the time, man, based on my own anguish at my job and stuff,
Right.
So I did that little first. It was called "Bring Your Ass to Work" on Facebook Live. Number one. I was nervous as hell, man. You can see me, my eyes about to pop out my head. Shit, you know them little eyes that be popping with the springs and shit, man. It was like I was nervous like a motherfucker, but I got through it.
That's crazy.
And when I went back and looked at it, I'm like, wait a minute. If I can shorten this stuff up, this ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? Because I can hear people. You ever do comedy and hear people laughing, but it's your own mind.
Yeah. So before that though, you had no aspirations of being like some people grow up 7, 8 years old. I want to be a basketball player, or I want to be a comedian. You had no.
Well, I tried it before. It didn't work. It didn't work out.
How when you first tried it?
I was like in my early 20s and shit.
Oh, okay. So it was okay.
I was in a
You
Negro
just found
club.
your way. You found your way back to it again.
They wasn't finna have. Plus, I stole a couple of comedians' lines on top of it. I think one of them recognized me.
Shit.
Wow.
Yeah, Mark Curry. I apologize,
Hey.
Mark Curry. I stole one of your jokes when I
Your
was young,
battery's
man. You
going
know that
down.
one
You got
about.
it plugged in?
Yeah, but I don't know what's up with this charge. It's gonna go out because this charge is bullshit.
What about right there? Oh, C Banks. So how many views did you get on that first live video when you went on Facebook?
Like 200.
Like 200?
Mm-hmm. So when I got the views, I did another Bring Your Ass to Work. And then I started talking about stuff that I seen at work. And that's where I came with the term the yummy dummies and that the yummy dummy this and yummy dummy that, because basically that's the way it was. There was a lot of women that was working. I'm not trying to talk down my black women. Oh yes I am. Fuck that shit. But
Hey, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna have a conversation about it. You just go on ahead.
A lot of women was acting kind of on my job, was acting kind of brand new. They wasn't used to making the amount of money that they was making. So it would show. So when it would show around jobs, you know, I was working workforce. I was a workforce manager. So I would look around. I'm like, why are these women beating on their weave and shit, man? You know, just talking, man. You know, I was just tearing it
at
up.
the house. You ain't supposed to do that out in public.
Well, they was doing that in public and didn't give a damn.
Doing that shit hard too, man.
They didn't give a damn.
Goddamn CTE with
Right,
that.
right.
Shit, PSTST with PTSD on weed.
Okay.
So I started having all these questions going on in my mind. So I started writing them down. So I started writing down this. I started writing down this. I started writing down this, and I would get on Facebook and talk about it. And you know, I was making a lot of people mad. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of people at work was looking at it because I could see them on Facebook looking at it and stuff because they say who watching and everything.
Yeah.
But they don't know I was just working on material and stuff.
Okay.
So if it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for my job demoting me, I would have never had no material to work with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I like the most though, when you do that song, twerk before you go to work, or twerk while you're
Working at work.
Twerking at work. Now, what made you come up with twerking at? Did you actually see some of your coworkers
Well, actually, it came up at
twerking at work?
He
No.
does that on Bissonnet. On Bissonnet, he'll drop that after.
but it started on the blah 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 song.
Okay, that's what it was on there.
Yeah, it started on the blah 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 song.
Okay.
What happened? I'm gonna tell you, I
like that one,
I
too.
was at a party at work. We was having a work party, and all these yummy dummies, boy, they was just acting out this day, man. They was drunk and all just twerking real hard. So I'm in my groove. I'm on my You may see a whole bunch of women dance. I'm over there going blah 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 blah, twerking it. And there was this one particular yummy dummy. She had this
What the
this
hell
Ronald
is Yummy
McDonald
Dummy?
weed.
What the hell is Yummy Dummy, man?
Well, yummy dummy is like the women I used to work with, man. You know, they look very yummy, but choose to be a dummy.
Okay. All right, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Look good on the eyes,
I ain't never heard
ain't
that
much
term.
of a prize after
Okay,
that.
I got
But it was this one yummy dummy. She had this old Ronald McDonald weave and shit. It was real red and stuff, man. I mean, red as hell, man. Pretty much blind. I don't know if it was red or blonde. Right in between there. I mean, you could see it in the dark.
Dang.
And she was over there twerking by herself. So I'm like twerking at work, twerking at work, twerking at work.
Uh-huh.
God damn, we in the damn club, twerking at work, twerking at work, twerking at work. God damn, we in the club trick. And that little saying came from that Facebook Live that believe in your weave. You gotta believe in your weave.
Right.
If you want your weave to believe in you. So what you gonna do? Believe in your weave. You gotta believe in your weave. You gotta believe in your weave. Ronald McDonald, hey. And that's what the Ronald McDonald, I was looking at the girl with the Ronald McDonald weave at the same time. So by you Facebook Live and you recording it, right?
Right.
So what happened, a memory post came up when I started doing comedy.
Mm-hmm.
A memory post came up. So I posted and I'm like, wait a minute, I can make a song. I'd already had the first blah 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 song, but I made the next one. You remember that first one was to the Lil Pump instrumental. I don't know if you remember, but it was to the Lil Pump Gucci Gang instrumental and stuff. And I said it a little bit on there, but on the blah 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 part 2, I said it a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying?
People that ain't never heard that song don't know what the hell he talking
They
about.
don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
But a lot of my,
but they gotta go to your page. Tell you know what I'm saying. Tell my viewers or whatever where they can find you. They can see that stuff so they know what you're talking
well,
about.
you're gonna be digging, man. The memory post haven't came up lately, man. But you know, Charles C. Banks or Charles No Kitty Gang Williams. See, I blame Leroy the Third, man. He changed my name. I used to go by C. Banks, but he called me Charles C. Banks. So I said, okay, Charles C. Banks. I'm gonna take that and run with it. But all the other comedians, I got E. Banks, Charles Banks.
E-Banks.
So many names. I don't even know who they talking about.
Man,
They
I
be
got
like,
my-
you say something about Charles. You got so many names.
You know,
Man, I got about
just
7
while
to 8
we were
names out
saying,
there, man.
while we was talking earlier about him coming on the show, for a second I almost thought Banks was his last name. I said, no, it's Charles C. Banks Williams.
Exactly. Yeah. He got a
Because
couple
I think the first time I met him, I don't think I knew him as Charles Williams. I think I knew him as Charles C. Banks.
Well, Charles C. Banks Williams at the rec room where I first met you, rec room.
And I have no.
You remember I said?
But
you remember you was?
Oh yeah. But
you gave me a book.
Yeah, but I think I remember you as C. Banks then. I didn't put the Williams on the end of it.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
So, yeah, Julius one of the first comedians I met in the game, man. Him, Cool Gente, Dylan, Alexander.
We started around the same time too.
Yeah.
Oh, we did.
I think I started a little bit earlier. I think I started around November or December, but I wasn't really going out there much then. But then I think around that was like November. Then around January, March, April, I started, just really doing it. I was only going out one day a week. I was hitting Boondocks. Remember? I don't know if you remember Boondocks.
Man, yes,
remember
that's
Boondocks.
all he used to talk about. Boondocks.
I never went there.
Man,
though.
that was your spot.
It was. I ain't gonna lie, but that was the first.
Man.
You know what? That was the first place that I felt because my first time doing comedy was bad too. I went to the Improv the first time.
Oh man,
I
This
did
is
too.
this
that's
is
back when they had the open mics.
Yeah,
In the lobby, remember by the bar.
Well, I
No,
never
no,
been
this
there.
before
I never
that.
went to
Oh, okay.
This before that. This is when they first did it. What they used to do is put your name in a bucket.
And see if your name get pulled.
But then they'd already have like out of 20 slots, they already got like 13 of them already, known comics.
Right.
So then the other 7 you get in there somewhere, So this night, what they would do, they would have the show, and then after they would go to the open mic. So I was like the second to last, and this thing ran late this time. It was like 11 at night. Man, I'm there early. I'm at 8 o'clock. I'm waiting. Man, I'm still the last one, and man, by the time I got there, man, I had to drink some beers and stuff, man, just waiting. I got up there. It's like 2 people, like my cousin, her husband, and like
You was
Spike
full.
Miller.
Were you full
Spike Miller
then?
was there, and man, I couldn't remember shit.
See there?
Oh man, it was
That's
terrible.
why I celebrate after the performance.
I wasn't celebrating though.
You did. You
I
celebrated
was
before it got started.
I was just killing time, waiting to go on. I mean, you sitting around for 3 hours, not knowing what to expect, and then I
Right.
watched the whole audience just shift out over the time. I'm like,
Few people out
yeah,
there.
so
Crickets.
man,
So see, Banks, since we got you here, we on live, we on Facebook. Is there any of your songs that you wrote, comedy, that you'd be willing to share with our audience members? so you can get a kind of taste of
It'd be
the
nice
type of
if we had some
comedian you
music.
are or what you have. It's better a cappella though. You know what I'm saying? This is like the cipher.
Well, I'm writing this one right now. I'm almost finished. I'm not gonna kick it today. I may kick it
Okay.
at open mic, man. You know, I'm getting too old to rap, man. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I'm getting to that age where, you know.
I'm talking about your joke raps.
No, that's what I'm talking
Nah,
about.
that's
Oh,
what-
okay.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
always good. I don't think you get
But
too
you
old
know,
for
don't say that, man. Don't say you're too old.
No, I'm not too old.
know.
I'm gonna still
Cause-
do
cause
it.
I-
But,
They good.
but
You
it
know, I
kind of.
know. I used to rap too, man.
What? Folk always trying to steal the light, man.
MTPTSD.
No, serious shit though. Serious shit. Hey,
MC Shell shot in the building.
check it out. I'm serious for real though. When I first got in the army, me and one of my buddies, he was from Dallas. We had a rap group and shit.
Serious.
And we actually started
What was the name of the rap group, if you remember?
POWs.
Damn, Prisoners of War.
No.
God damn. You probably got the PSD from the rap group more than
Actually it was called Preachers of Wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
So it was us, and the thing about
That's
it, we
just
had
the worst.
check it out. One of the guys in our unit, he was in another battery though, but he was a DJ at the
Mm-hmm.
radio station. So we actually played this on the radio. We got to be on the radio and shit like that. We got it. They used to have talent contests on posts and stuff. We
Mm-hmm.
was getting that shit. And so, you know, we did a little something. But my boy got out the army, went back home to Dallas. I kind of messed around a little bit longer. Then after
Mm-hmm.
that, put it aside, start boxing, and then.
Oh, okay.
But then I was still mess with it a little bit on the side sometimes.
Trying to steal the light.
Like you know, I think you saw.
You
I
know
did that.
I'm a rapper.
I did that So Gone challenge a while back. I don't know, did you ever see that?
So going chat, I never seen it.
You know someone rap on it? That was like what, 4 years ago?
I
So-
never seen it.
Remember the Monica? She did that dun dun. You remember that
Yeah,
song?
yeah, but I didn't never see your
You never
your
see
rap
it? I'll let
challenge.
you see. Well,
I thought
Okay.
that was Keisha Cole. That is Monica.
Yeah, who you said it was?
No, I was thinking it was Keisha Cole, man. You know.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Keisha. In case you just happen to be looking at this by mistake, I apologize.
He said by
man, you know.
mistake.
Yeah, you know.
So you know, we got some instrumentals we can play on here. We've been playing our Tupac all day. That's all we
We
play
don't
as
put 'em
our
on the spot
background
like
music.
that, you
Don't
know.
put me on the spot like
Cause
that. If
we-
it's
you know, we
anything, I'll do
rusty
it.
right
I'll
now.
do it. I'll
Okay.
do it.
We not spitting balls
Instrumental.
as much.
But I'm working on a new song now though. It's called "Still Staying Home with Your Mama."
Still stay home with your mama.
Yeah, man, it's very inspirational and
Do
stuff.
you want
man.
to share some of it, or you want to share an old one?
Well, I better spell. I'm still trying to get that one memorized. I was working on it last night and stuff. I've been working on that "Still Staying Home with Your Mama" almost a year now.
It takes some time sometimes, man.
No, I have to
Yeah.
feel it. I have to feel it. I wrote.
Yeah.
I wrote like some verses to it, but then when you
Yep.
get the mentality
You
for it,
change
you
it.
have to rewrite whatever. You know what I'm saying? Got to put the
Okay.
feeling in the music and shit.
Okay.
You ain't gotta tell me, man. I've been there, man.
Oh, yeah,
She don't know
He was a
though.
rapper twice in his
She
life.
don't know.
10 minutes
She
a
don't know.
piece.
She don't know. I'm gonna show you this damn video so you can
Yeah, I got to
get
see
off
that.
of my ass.
I got to
goddammit.
see that, sir. Any did we actually have anything coming up?
What you talking about?
Any shows, any features, any guest spots, anything going on?
Yeah, I got
town?
I'm featured at this at Ma'am and Julia's Fogle radio station.
Soul Therapy Podcast.
It's right around the corner, as close as you can. Oh,
Right.
That's right. I'm here.
Yeah, you is. And you're live and direct.
Yeah, live, man. Shout out to Facebook Live and shit, man, and Instagram and Twitter and all y'all social media is crazy, man. You know, I watch a lot of people go crazy on social media, so I have to, as a comedian, the reason I was talking about the rap shit earlier, I'm kind of slowing down on the rap because it kind of slowed me down on learning certain things as a comedian. The shit T.I.'s going through right now is the same shit that I went through.
Well, he's not rapping no more, though, right?
No, but what he tried to do was come in the comedy game with a rapper mentality. You can't do that. That's what I tried to do. I'm like, okay, I'll do these songs and all that shit.
But
this and that.
it's a little different because he's not doing raps on stage, I don't think.
No, but he still has the attitude.
No,
of
he's
a
saying
rapper.
like
I
from a
got the
rapper
attitude, yeah.
transitioning to a comedian, and
It's a
his mindset
transition.
is still like rapper. I'm coming out here with
Yeah.
that rap man. He's saying you gotta
Yeah,
change.
you gotta be able to separate
Yeah,
that.
right.
That's with anything, though. You know, like even like when I was writing my book, I was doing comedy, and I started writing the book before I started even doing comedy. So like a year into the book, it took 2 years to write it. That's when I started doing comedy. So you writing jokes during the day, and you're also working on a book during the day. With the book, you want to give as much detail descriptive as you can.
Yeah.
Where with comedy, you want the less amount of words per spoken per laugh than you can get. So it's kind of like working two different brains because one you're doing the total opposite. You see what I'm saying? So it was a struggle because now you sitting in the house working on this. Now you got to throw that part of your brain to the side and get on this side of it. So
I feel you.
but I think T.I. he's going. I think he's going in. I mean, he can never forget he was a rapper, but I don't think he's doing any more rapping now. So I think he's trying to be a comedian, but I think a lot of times comedians, because of their background like his, they don't have to go through what we went through. So you can't really appreciate something as much if you get it handed to you compared to somebody who's actually grinding and maybe drove out from their house to go to a spot and then didn't even get no time on stage because they don't know who you are. Yeah. Where everybody knows who he is, so they gonna give him the mic even if he just because it's T.I. So that's as long as he's serious about it. I think I mean you gotta have some talent to be a rapper and entertain people around the world. So if he's serious about it, I think he can.
Hey, it is what it is.
You have to go through the mud being a comedian.
But
man.
he can't be perfect. See, he got in a situation with that female comedian, and he was talking about he'll do something to her or something. I don't know if you saw that video.
No, but he said something. The main thing he said on there, I'm gonna be real, that really pissed a lot of people off, especially comedians, with him saying this shit is easy.
No, okay, now I'm talking about another situation where this female comedian was on there,
easy for him.
and she brought up a situation about
him
and his wife. No, about him and his wife.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, and he said that's what ticked him off. Now, if you're gonna be a comedian like that, you can't. We just around this time we just went through the Will Smith Jada shit. So now you coming into this and you bringing this type of energy into that. That's not a good look. Yeah. If you're gonna be that type of comedian. So that comes. The reason I think that he might have reacted like that because he hasn't spent that time on the trail, like we have.
Yeah, you remember when she was saying this comedy is hard and this and that. This was after when he was sitting down in front, and he had his back turned to it, and she said doing comedy is hard and this and they said no, it ain't hard, it's easy.
Okay, well,
that's when he said that right there. I knew, okay, he's gonna learn. He's gonna learn. Then once he went, as soon as that happened, that's when he went to New York.
Right. That's
maybe
he
went to New York. Maybe it's easy for him, like you said, because he don't have to go through.
He's looking at it as the rap game.
Yeah, like you were saying, for him it is. It's easy.
He found out it wasn't though, because he found out that moment. That night when he found out it's not as easy as he might have thought it was before, which you're gonna learn it eventually.
Yeah.
Cause you're gonna have to stink up some sets. You're gonna have to stink it up on stage.
You ain't coming through here without that.
The only thing, he stunk it up in front of 15,000 people.
Man.
Yeah. And then you can't get, if you got personal stuff going on in your life, and then you get on stage and somebody blurt something out, you can't get in no fight with somebody in the audience because you're gonna be talking about people too while you're as a comedian. So now you can throw it out, but you can't take it. So that's where you're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah,
if you're gonna do this, you can't be short-tempered and thin-skinned.
Yeah, he tried to intimidate that lady gonna run on stage like he's gonna do something and hug her and all that. All that little stuff right there, people pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all showing your insecurities in a way. Rap may have been easy, but comedy ain't easy at all. I mean, I had to take my ego.
Rap is easy. I had to do it at the high levels, not easy.
Yeah.
Why is it doing?
But I'm just saying, you have to take your ego and move it to the side, and that's when you're gonna find out the comedian, the person, whatever comic that you're trying to be. You have to move your ego. You can still have an ego, but you have to move it out your way. Yeah, you have to move it to the side. Yeah. So that's why
you just can't get caught in your feelings when somebody says something. All of a sudden, you just forget everything that you've been working on to try to build. All of a sudden, have that bad moment where everything is just gone within a matter of seconds.
Yeah. But he needed that. He needed
it. Oh yeah, and he was gonna get it eventually.
And then he did something like a week later and stunk it up just as worse as
I heard. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that remind me of me, man. I still stink up every now and then. I may stink up an open mic, come out with some stuff and this and that, but I don't give a damn.
But you know what probably happened? You know what probably happened? He probably started in Atlanta, had a big following,
of
people
course.
That's with him, so
family,
friends. I got this.
You always start at home first.
Take
they
it
say,
on
hey,
the road.
you
Yeah, you start go to Chicago.
People all up in his ear.
Go to New York. Now it's a little different because not everybody is for one, everybody's not a fan of T.I. I mean, it's a lot. He got a lot of fans, but not everybody's a fan of anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you go up north with that. You know, New Yorkers don't really listen to it. A lot of New Yorkers don't listen to music from down south.
Yeah.
I mean, I lived in New York for a while. I didn't really listen to it until I came down here. So.
Well, that had a lot to do with why they was booming, because he was over there trying to talk. But you talking in that southern lingo, and a lot of people in New York don't recognize that. You can be a little slow from the south, but in New York you got to be quick on your feet.
Quick on
Well,
your feet.
you just gotta be.
They want to hear it right there and
You gotta
then.
be
They don't
funny
want to wait
quick.
for the joke. They want
Yeah,
it right there
yeah.
and then, man. They don't want to go down no trail way to get to no joke.
Well, that's not even. I'm not gonna put that on New York. I put that just on. You know,
Audience
you're doing a
speak.
black audience. You have your fuse is not as long. You
Yeah.
know, you got to kind of hit them in the mouth quicker than, you know, wait. Somebody having time to wait for you to get to the story. And that's the problem I always have, because you know I got a lot of stories.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of
sometimes you gotta get
superstars and people being on a spotlight, did y'all hear about Tyrese's recent internet Instagram breakthrough that
He had another one.
He had another one.
breakdown?
Tyrese had
Was it
another
worse than the first one?
breakdown. Yes, it was worse than the
Oh,
first
man.
one. I think they all about the same, because you know, with him being an actor, I'm not sure if it's
Oh, battery.
like a real breakdown or not.
Man, he
Or
almost had me crying that first time, man. What more do you
Man,
want from
you gotta-
me?
Hey.
Me.
they said Tyrese has sends out a cry for help on Instagram. He says that he is unraveling and he needs more therapy. He lost his mother earlier this year to COVID-19, and he's going through a divorce with Samantha Lee. He went on to say about his co-host in Fast and Furious, Paul. He said, "Paul, I promise you, I got you, bro." He said, "I think I need more therapy. Losing my mom, Paul, John Singleton, LaShawn Daniels." He's like, people don't understand, you know, when you're a superstar, you're on the spotlight, when you go through things, you're going down. I guess he's feeling like, you know, us civilian people don't understand what he's going through after being up high like this and then all of a sudden reaching these lows. And I feel like, you know, us normal people have experienced that. We know what it is to go through stuff like that.
So him going through life, basically.
That's all it is.
Yeah, he's going through life basically. He said they just leave us here to deal with
But
it
life
after
ain't
people
easy.
pass on. And that's what you know, you feel like that when you're grieving. He
Yeah.
said it's really painful stuff, and he would just like for everybody to pray for him. He did reach out to Denzel Washington, and he said he feels like God is trying to tell me something, and I decided to pause and receive whatever he's trying to tell me. He called Denzel Washington out, and he said, "I wish I could just come and stay in your guest house and you pray with me."
Tell me to give me a call. I can
Yeah,
work
Denzel,
with
give me a
that.
call too.
Yeah,
I come
then he
stay
went
in
on
the
and
guest
talked
bedroom,
about
man.
his career, how he's not getting as much as movie deals and features and stuff like that. So it was kind of more like a cry for help and a marketing at the same time. Because I don't know what Denzel's Washington's guest house has to do with you praying for somebody. Like, why it got to be at his guest house? Why
well,
can't it
it-
be at like
it-
Starbucks?
You gotta, well, for
You
one.
know what I'm saying?
You,
You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't I stay at your guest house and you pray with me? That's what he
Will
said.
Smith should have stayed at his guest house. Shit, if that's the case, you know, as soon as he slapped Crick Rock, you know,
Man, I'm just like,
away from this
is it
bald-headed
a cry
bitch.
for help? Does he just need attention? Like, I don't know, you know,
nah, I mean,
a
it's
mixture
definitely-
of both.
When you're just looking at that, you know, I ain't got my degree as a psychologist yet, but when just looking at that, from what I know and what I've studied already, it's definitely something there. I mean, that
Yes.
behavior lets you know that something is there. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, sometimes people say he's somebody that needs attention, like it's a bad. It's not a bad thing. Attention can just mean maybe you just need to talk to somebody that can help you.
That's what he
See,
said. He
your
clearly
mama,
said
sometimes
that.
your mama and daddy is not qualified to help you in what you're dealing
Well,
with.
his mom is no longer
Yeah.
here, so he's
And we
dealing
don't-
with a
yeah.
lot of grief.
Well, and I can understand because I
Yeah.
lost my mother, and I know how that
Yeah.
affects you.
Exactly.
And I dealt-
We just recently lost, you know, a close family member, my mom's husband, stepfather, Eugene, just passed this past Thursday. So that's
stepfather
my
named
life.
Eugene also.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. He's a raisin, but he's still alive though.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so that's the main. I mean, and you know, he definitely sounds like he needs some help, and a lot of us need help. You know, I mean, from what I've seen with this thing called life, I think probably 95% of human beings probably at some time in their life probably need some mental help.
Of course, most definitely. Yeah, I
You
would
know,
totally
so-
agree with that. It's just the way that he does it. And, you know, it's like he's always got to go online with these, like, I don't know. It's almost like he's performing for a role in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Because he's so dramatic.
Yeah.
He's so dramatic with it.
But that's part of his character.
But he's also
That's
an
who he
actor.
Well,
you know
that's
what
what
I'm
he is,
saying? So I'm like, damn, why you trying to, he start talking about his career and Denzel Washington's guest house. What that have to do with your depression?
It might not have nothing to do with it, but everybody deals with things differently. They have
Exactly.
coping mechanisms. So
Right.
he might be somebody who goes on the internet and social media
That's
and
how
do
he
stuff.
grieves.
You got some people that just isolate themselves
Yes.
from everybody. You don't see them no
Exactly.
more. You got some people that go gambling and blow money gambling. You got some people that go shopping.
Self-medicate.
You got some people that
Alcohol,
smoke some
yeah.
weed, drink some liquor, have
Right.
sex, whatever the coping mechanism that they use.
Right.
Now some of those coping mechanisms are more destructive than others, but it's just we all just deal with things differently.
Exactly.
And hopefully we just try to, through psychology, we try to look at things and solve things in ways that are more going to have more of a success than be detrimental to us.
Yeah.
C. Banks, what's your point of view on that?
Well, Tyrese my dude, man. Don't get me wrong, man. He my dude, man. But I think he do a lot of crying wolf at times. Cause you remember when he was on the internet crying
On
about his
Facebook.
Remember
babies,
that?
you know, man, what more you want from me? And all that shit.
Yeah. Baby boy, that's real good.
Yeah, then the next day he was with Michael Blackson and some made it look like he was holding Michael
Kidnapped,
Blackson.
yeah, hostage.
Yeah,
Back in the
pouring
skit.
baby oil all on him
Right,
and
right,
shit,
right,
man.
right,
You know, black
That was
niggas don't
funny.
need, black brothers don't need no baby oil poured on them, man. Not that much, man. Cause he was shining, they were both shining like a mug, man. He didn't even have none on. He was shining, just off the reflection off the baby oil that was on Michael Blackson and stuff, man.
The
Laws
UV
coming
light.
to their house, people calling the police and all that stuff and thinking that stuff was real.
Uh-huh.
But he was joking. He was
No,
joking.
but it might have been. See, Bank, that's what I kind of want to talk about. That could have been real sometimes. You know, just because like I saw something on World Star Hip Hop. There was this woman that did a video, happy video, and I talked about this in that Herd campaign I did.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you see somebody having fun, it don't mean they're happy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's part dancing and doing all this stuff. Within, I think it was 14 hours, 8 hours, whatever, she committed suicide. So that's a big thing. Don't. Sometimes that action is just that could be actually a
A
cry
mechanism
for
to
help.
deal with
Yeah.
things.
But they
yeah.
don't know. Some people don't know how to articulate themselves and say what they want. They they don't want to be embarrassed by saying, they'll look weak if they say this, and they got this stuff going for them. And this is why a lot of times rich people commit suicide and do shit like that, because everybody's saying you got everything. You should be happy. And that's why I don't tell nobody what you should be. I deal with what is. And if you ain't happy, you ain't happy, period. No matter what.
Money don't give you no
matter
inner
how much
peace.
money, how successful, you got a beautiful family, none of that shit means nothing if you feel like shit.
You
So
said
that's the big thing about it. But a lot of times we get caught up in the action and what was done, and that's why a lot of times shit goes undetected, because we looking at what we saw instead of what we heard.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, hey, you guys, that's going to be our first half of the show
Man,
here.
that was fast.
It was. It always goes
Man.
by fast when you're having fun. Please continue to watch. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page, Soul Therapy Podcast on YouTube. Click the link on our page, on me or Julius Fogus page. We have some hot topics for y'all that you do not want to miss. We're going to be back, maybe 7 minutes? Give us 7 minutes and tune back in, and we're going to continue with our special guest here, Charles
C.
C.
Banks.
Money E. Banks,
No,
Williams
say
the
no
third
E.
to the fourth to the fifth. We'll be back with our special guest, so stay tuned.
Are you using that charger right there?
Yep.
How much juice you got?
Continue to tune into Soul Therapy on Texas 101 Jams. This is your girl, Yami She Funny,
And your boy, comedian Julius Fogel.
and we'll be right back. Peace.
Right back. Peace.